Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to Karak Project. And it's episode 4 tonight. How are you guys doing? Have a good evening. Happy midweek, guys. We are great feeling. Back here on our set of Karak Project. Syed, how are you feeling?
Okay, I'm feeling amazing. Okay, guys. First, I want to thank Mighty Fine Bros and also Gusto Bros for doing their amazing job. And also today we have a very special guest, but sadly today, if you guys notice, we do not have Hanan with us because Hanan has other commitments, but not to worry, she'll be back in our next episode. And thank you so much to those of you guys who subscribe to our YouTube channel and have been supporting us. And if you guys have not watched it, you guys should watch our previous episode as well. So yep.
Okay, and for tonight, since Hanan is not here with us tonight, we actually have two special guests with us tonight. As you can see here, 2 seats. And first of all, the first guest that we would like to introduce you guys to and welcome to our set is none other than Amani.
Hi Amani.
Hi, thank you for inviting.
No worries.
Especially to Ahmad. Alright.
Welcome to our set.
Alright.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like this is my first experience to be in live show, telling my ghost stories to everyone online. Yeah.
Alright. Okay. So guys, this is Amani. Actually my friend, one of my friends. Okay. So she's our first guest for tonight. But before that, okay, we actually have another guest for tonight, a special guest. Okay. So before I introduce to you guys, to the viewers out there, about our special guest, the second guest, I would like to pose this question to you. Do you guys believe in magic? Do you guys believe in witches? Do you guys believe in witches?
I do. I mean, I've always loved movies which actually have witches in it, especially Disney. So, but right now I'm actually meeting someone who actually knows so much about it.
Right.
I'm super excited, guys. I really want to know more.
Yeah. What about you, Amani?
For me, like I've been reading, fairy tale story, and there's always fairy exists, witches. So, as I grow older, I read books and I watch YouTube videos. I do believe that witch exists.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So, you Karak fans and also horror fans, I'm sure some of you have watched TV series or movies like Charmed, Vampire Diaries, Blair Witch Project. We have The Good Witch. We have even the originals and even the latest Conjuring. We had something to do with witchcraft, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So before we welcome the second guest, let's take a look into this video clip. Alright, so what do you guys feel? Okay, amazing, right? Okay, so actually before this shoot, actually I visited Nara's place. Okay, it's so cool. It's the first time ever. Okay, I visited a witch's room, a space. Okay, so without further ado, let's welcome our modern day witch, Nara. Welcome to the set, Nara.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Alright, Nara, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling so good.
Feeling
So good.
I'm so happy to actually have you here because I did check her Instagram out. What's your Instagram again? Why don't you Share it to them. What's your
My
Instagram profile?
Instagram is called My Grandmama's Secret.
So if you guys want to know more, you guys should check her out on her Instagram, okay?
Yes,
So
definitely.
we are really, really happy to have you here and super
Yes.
excited to what you're gonna share with us today.
Yeah.
Really, thank you so much for coming.
No problem
How do you
at
find
all.
the set? Our set?
I love it. It's like those secondary school we are sitting in.
You feel like you're in a campsite, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
but for me, in a very magical sense, I feel like there's fairies at the background.
Right? Yeah.
So
Oh.
I'm very into fairies. So fairies are basically elemental, so they're
Okay.
earth spirits.
Okay.
But I like the cute version of them.
Ah,
Yeah, and we obviously
nice.
keep hearing bats and all that, so it's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah,
Oh, that's nice.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so first of all, for the first segment, we'll actually have Amani first to share with us her creepiest supernatural encounters that she has experienced over the years growing
Yeah.
up. Okay, so Amani, please share your spooks. Okay.
Alright,
Yup.
can. Okay, so first of all, I would like to start off a story that happened to me like about 4 years back. So at that moment of time, I was diagnosed to have anxiety according to the
okay.
doctors. So the first symptoms that I had was like heart palpitations,
Okay.
non-stop. So even with doctors' medication to reduce the heart rate a little,
Yeah.
it doesn't work on me at all. So until one day, on the second last day in the hospital, like somehow I felt like there's an instinct tells me that I have to find a spiritual healer. Alright? So because the patient opposite me, I saw her like somehow was possessed.
Oh.
And then the doctor.
If you don't mind me asking, oh sorry, never mind, it's okay. I wanted to ask you which hospital, but I think it's better we don't address the place. Yeah.
Ng Teng Fong Hospital.
Ang Teng Fong.
Yes,
Okay, she
yes.
decided to. Okay, yeah, Ang Teng Fong. Guys. Okay.
Alright, so she's a heart patient as well. And then the nurses decided to close her, the curtains, and then there are some spiritual healers inside, those Islamic ustaz,
In the hospital.
Yes.
Oh.
So they were reciting, and then after the whole incident, I heard that the doctor said she actually have no heart problems at all actually. Yeah, so the family actually asked her to, maybe to discharge lah because they found nothing on her. So that's when I find that it's like a big message to me. Probably it's me because I really have no like anxiety or heart issues before. Yeah. So basically, like the last day of the hospital, I told my family about it, like how I felt like so much pain in the chest, and then whenever I meet my friends, I don't feel like I'm socializing normally with them. I'm very like I always isolate myself.
Very like to your own, very reserved.
Because I find that like nobody can relate to my symptoms.
Yes.
I even had friends who like choose to unfollow me because they felt that I'm just talking nonsense.
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm still thankful that I still have friends who are there for me until now.
How are you feeling now? Are you
Now
feeling better?
I'm feeling so much better.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, healing, when we talk about healing, it's not like a 1 day, 1 year process. It's like a continuous process.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like it's back to your mindset. Yeah, mindset. Okay, so back to the story. When I went back home, I told my family that I think I need to find a spiritual healer. So in the Malay community, we always like find ustaz.
Yes.
Ustaz, we call them ustaz
Pious
because
leader, a religious leader.
yes, a religious leader, yeah. So, but for me, I didn't find an ustaz. I found a spiritual healer.
Okay.
He's a Muslim, but his practice is different than ustaz. Normally, ustaz would just recite
Yes.
the Quranic
The Quranic
verses,
verses and all
and
that.
then that's it, right?
Yes.
But for this guy, he's actually my friend in Perak.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Perak, Malaysia.
Yeah, Perak,
Oh,
Malaysia.
so
yes.
you went all the way to Malaysia to
Yeah.
actually
Oh, okay.
settle this.
Correct.
Secure.
So when I went there, at first, of course, I felt like a bit scared because it's like a taboo in our community when you find someone not ustaz,
Yes.
and people will just judge you immediately.
Yes.
But then when I went there, my friend was being fair towards me. He actually explained to me like what is actually the process, how's the process like. And then when I rethink and relook at the processes that he said, I find that it doesn't go against the Sharia law. Yeah, it has nothing got to do with calling evil spirits. It has nothing got to do with dark arts at all. Basically, it's still using Quranic verses, but of course they have their own ways.
Their own ways lah, dorang punya sendiri, percayaan sendiri lah.
Yes. So that's when I took the brave move. I just decided, okay, I think
When you went to Perak, you went alone or you went with your parents?
I went with my family.
Oh, you went with your family?
Yes.
Okay.
So basically, right after that, okay, so the day one of the spiritual healing, the person tell me that I have to do cleansing first. So the person actually, there's two person. One is my friend, one is his assistant. So they actually do spiritual healing, cleansing process first by using energy transfer. Maybe later Nara can, share more about that.
I'm just so intrigued already.
Alright.
This is interesting story, guys.
Yeah. So they were doing cleansing of my energy first. Then they start the ritual. So the ritual is like, for a person like me, I only see hand movements.
Yes.
Like that, like this, and then Quranic verses. But for me, of course, I don't understand anything. But then I felt, during one part of the process, I felt that something heavy come out from the back of my back here.
Okay.
Wow.
And then it feels like a stabbing pain. And got one part, I felt that I almost black out, but I didn't. Thank God. And then he just tell me that, try to stand up now. Do you feel heavy? For the very first time after I think about 3 months, I felt so light. I've never felt that light before. And then he said, the healing doesn't stop here. You got to, brave yourself up to come here sometime, and we will give you some things to shower with, which is bidara. You know bidara?
Daun bidara.
Yes. Daun bidara.
Yesterday I shared.
Yeah. And then
I didn't know much about daun bidara till Ahmad shared with me more about daun bidara.
And with Himalayan salt with water. So of course you have to recite some Quranic verses, pour on the pail and things like that. So until now I've been practicing that because I feel that healing doesn't stop there. And then of course when it comes to this, all of you must be curious what is inside me. Okay, so basically after the person take out that thing, he actually take an empty bottle, Coca-Cola bottle.
Yeah.
He put it inside and he closed.
Okay.
Of course, on my bare eyes, I don't see anything. Yeah. And then he said, you want to see what's inside? Then I told him, okay, yeah, I'm really curious what's inside me because it's really painful.
Okay.
Then he said, do you know that thing actually lived inside your heart vein? That's why you feel pain. So I'm like, okay. He took his old Nokia phone. When I said Nokia phone, it's not those Android phone. Those Nokia.
Is it the old one?
Yes.
3210.
Yes, Nokia phone. He just hover over. He didn't take photo. I can see something is inside. It's like a pocong with 2 heads.
Oh my
Why?
god.
Why that thing? Why always that thing?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes, and then he said that someone
By the way,
actually.
if you are if you're wondering what a pocong is,
I know.
oh, you know, okay, okay. Oh, wow, popular, you are very popular.
Yeah. So basically, it's a pocong, and then there's
Wait, it's
another
2
one.
heads?
Yes, 2 heads.
You mean?
Oh my god.
Can you define maybe a little bit more?
If I can remember when he hovered over, right? It's like a less opaque version of pocong with 2 heads, and then the head is very black. Yeah, very black. And then I didn't believe him at first. I feel like, confirm you have some Photoshop. But when I think back, it really doesn't make sense that old Nokia phones have Photoshop. So I took my iPhone, I hover over, and I really saw the same thing.
Oh my god.
So I'm really shocked. And of course, after those healing trips, it changed my perception of who should I find for spiritual healing. Yeah, I'm not saying that that you shouldn't find an ustaz. Of course, viewers out there, you can still continue to seek advice from ustaz, but not all spiritual
there are always
healers.
a few other options lah.
Yeah, they don't deal with dark arts. They deal with the white magic.
White magic kind of stuff. Not sorry to say, but not like those bomo or
Yes,
whatever kind
yes.
of things like. Yeah, pretty straightforward, guys. So not those kind of things.
And I think at the end of the day, I mean, personally, I feel individually we have to protect ourselves.
Yes,
protect
yes.
ourselves. I mean, someone can help you, but at the end, you have to empower yourself to cleanse yourself.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Most importantly is yourself
You have to
on
know,
how
yeah.
you nak berubat, you know how you want to make it better for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a question. Like, did he mention like how did it even got into you? Was it placed by someone, or you happened to be somewhere and then it latched onto you?
In that kind, he didn't really say how it was sent because you know these kind of things in our religion.
It's better to not be said.
Yeah, it's better not
Oh.
be said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 'Cause-
We just
yeah.
leave it to God. Let Him just handle all these things that is happening.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
because it's bad for you to have assumptions. Also, for, like for practitioners, even though they might have some powers to find out who, I believe that we shouldn't like, you know,
Go and
like,
find out who
yeah,
wanted to
to find out
cause
further.
harm. Oh, that's
So-
so interesting.
I feel
Yeah.
that's also good for me because at least it gives me a peace of mind. I don't have to, you know, worry about unnecessary
Yes.
things.
So I mean, you
Yeah.
know who sent this, right?
Of course.
I mean, have
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
there's this
okay.
sensitive question. They will always say that once you know this person, you don't confront them, like our religion says, but then instead you forgive them. When you forgive them,
Yes.
you forgive yourself. Then it's peaceful that way somehow. Yeah. So because at the end of the day, if you keep harboring that kind of feeling in you, it eats you up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, for you, you know this
Yeah.
person. is-
At least till now, I feel like, you know, very peaceful. I don't have to
Yeah.
think about the past. But of course, like I feel sad that along the way, you know, not many people believe in the spiritual world.
Yeah.
They just deem me as crazy. They delete me off from Instagram. But of course, I felt like thankful for those friends who are still there for me until now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Always remember when your friend is going through something, do not leave them
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, be there for them, support them. If you want to believe them. But yeah, most importantly is support them.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that
exactly.
that has to happen to you, but you're in a better place now. Thank God, Alhamdulillah. But yeah, amazing. So I just have this one question.
Yeah.
Was it was it a perbuatan orang, or was it a curse, or was it a
It's perbuatan orang.
perbuatan orang?
Yes.
So it was sent by someone.
Yes, sent by someone.
So you have already found out who that person is.
Yes.
Wow. How did you find out? Is it came to you that you figured?
Of course, like when I was going through that, you know, illness,
Yeah.
I have some assumptions. Of course, as a human being, I have
Yeah,
assumptions.
for sure.
But I don't say it to everyone. I only say it to my loved ones, especially my parents. Then when I came there, of course, he has his own ways to find out who, and then it tallies with mine. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's
Wow.
amazing how your parents were so supportive.
Yeah,
Because
they
that's
were.
the
There are
main thing.
some parents that wouldn't
Yes.
even
Yeah.
relate to it.
Those are the ones which
It's very sad, yeah.
I don't know how to help, honestly. But of course, you guys can leave your comments below if anyone needs help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Definitely.
I think lately on our Instagram itself, we got a few stories shared by people
Yeah.
asking questions with regards
Really
to
amazing
the
stories.
arts, black magic being sent. I don't know why. Maybe because it's COVID, people don't have anything
Yeah,
to
like
do.
nothing to do,
You know,
so free.
Yeah, but I mean, personally, I am aware of this. I believe it's around, okay, and I believe, some people, because human beings, we are not perfect.
Yeah.
Some of us, they need help. They might have negative thoughts and all that. So, for me, like I said just now, like if I know someone who has this, I will actually like try to motivate or empower that person to think positively.
Yeah.
Distract him or herself from this kind of thoughts. See, yeah. So okay. Other than that, okay, what else have you encountered? Okay, I have another question.
Yeah, sure.
I'm so sorry, I got a lot of questions.
Yeah, no problem.
Can you see these things?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's like an on-off thing, like whether they want to show themselves or not. Yeah. So back to the question just now when you were saying that my parents were supportive because when I grew up, they know that I can see things.
Oh, okay. I was just
And-
about to ask you that question. This came after when you berubat and everything, when you got better, or was it since young?
Since young.
Since young.
Since
Okay.
young. So, okay, we used to live in Jurong West, Street 81. I'm not gonna mention the block. Where is it? So I live at level 2.
Okay.
So at that moment of time, me and my siblings, we were still in primary school, and then we had a maid. So of course, my maid is from Java, and she knows, all about the spiritual things like Genderuwo, Pontianak, all those ghost, right? And then when she came to work with us, she did mention that she felt someone who lived above us is a bomo.
Oh,
Yeah.
a shaman.
Oh, no.
Yes.
A shaman is
Yeah. So of course my late mom asked her like, how do you know? She said that every time when she wakes up for subuh, about 5 plus, she take the ablution, and then when she go out from the toilet in the kitchen, she would smell like really strong incense. It's not kemenyan, but she said it's something got to do with the devil world.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is the smell good? Good
No, it's definitely not. So
Dia
of
macam
course,
bau bangkai.
Stench lah.
something
Bau
like that.
bangkai. Bau bangkai.
Something like that. Yeah. And then after that,
Bau bangkai means something very
smells like
rotten.
the rotten.
yeah,
I
rotten.
had that
Rotten
thought
animal.
in my head. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
Smells
imagine
super
that
awful,
smell.
lah.
Yeah.
It's really a strong stench lah.
Yeah.
And then my late mom decided to, okay, tomorrow I want to wake up at this time. I want to go to the kitchen and smell the thing that you smelled.
Okay.
So she smelled the same thing, and then we decided to lay low, not to tell the neighbours and things like that. But not until when my maid fetch us from school. We live in HDB, right? And then your neighbours are all around the corridor.
Yeah.
At the same timing, go back work and things like that. They go back home from work. So it's like one of my neighbour actually said that, I always smelled something really weird upstairs. Do you guys smell the same thing? So I'm like, me and my maid were like a bit confused at that time. And then we decided to, one day just come up to level 3 and see like whether the house, they always close the door, close the window or something like that. We are curious, right?
Yeah.
So one day after ngaji, we decided to go up and see what's there. So there, when we went up there, the window was half closed, and then we tried to peek inside. The house looked normal, but not until somebody inside found out like we are looking from outside. She got so protective. She just opened the window and say, "Apa sah kau kat sini?"
Why you here?
Yes. And then we ran, like we are kids, right? We are scared. We ran. And then, as days goes by, my maid saw the neighbour above. She like go down level 1. Okay, so behind my block, right, there's a plot of land. She would dig something and put inside the plastic. And my maid said it's already been few times she did that. So my mum and me, of course, we are curious, right? We wait for a certain timing. Yeah, we saw what she did. And then like we got really scared. And not until the worst comes to worst happened to us, which was in the morning we realised, right, we were being shifted.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry, come
You've
again?
been what?
shifted from where we slept.
The whole family?
Only my room with my maid and my siblings.
What?
Yeah, we were shifted.
You mean you guys were shifted inside the...
Yeah,
And you guys were sleeping.
yeah.
Ah.
So basically, like my maid was sleeping at the same bed as me. She suddenly woke up behind the door. Like for me, from above the bed was at my brother's mattress, that kind of thing.
This is not sleepwalking, right?
No, it's definitely not sleepwalking. And it happened for like 2-3 times. And that's when my late mom said, I think we got to move. Yeah, because we also stayed there for like quite some
Cannot
time.
be that
already.
the whole family sleepwalking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then it will be like...
Yeah.
Wow.
And mom will end up at the block.
No, the only thing that I've heard before, like if you were to be shifted, it's if you are blocking the traffic, like the feng shui, like
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like if you sleep in front of the door, it's traffic for both humans and those things like the unseen. I mean, it's common sense lah.
I didn't know about that.
These things, then of course, like you said,
The
there are
feng shui
fairies.
thing, yep.
The fairies, they need to like move around and all that. You cannot really sleep like in the middle of the kitchen. There are things, there are proper places to sleep lah.
Yeah.
But this thing is like totally.
Yeah. So it's really not logical, right, to find
Okay.
out that you wake up in the morning sleeping at a different place.
Yeah.
So the last straw was when I saw Pontianak in the room
In
at
your
3
living
a.m.
space.
No, at my bedroom.
Oh.
Yeah, at first I was awakened by some sound. I couldn't really recall, but the smell was really strong. When I woke up, I felt that I'm in like a half sleep state. But then it was real. I tried to pinch myself a few times to confirm whether I see the same thing. But thank God, I don't know why I don't choose to run away. Instead, I just take the blanket and just cover till the next day. Yeah, and then my mom also got scratches on her legs. I also got it, so we decided to just move out. And it turns out to be true that the neighbor above, living above us, is a bomo.
It's a bomo.
Yes.
Tingkat
3, yes, just above us.
Oh wow! How long was that whole thing? How long it lasted for?
For a few years, about 4 to 5 years.
Wow, so that 4 to 5 years you guys
enjoyed. Yeah, but not until the Pontianak incident, and then we got scratches, like really can see the blood and things like that.
So there were many more other incidents before lah. But then you guys just didn't
really care. We just forget about it.
But then until it actually became very violent, and it started showing itself, moving you around, and all kind of things. Wow.
Okay, just to clarify, so the disturbances, right? Are they related to the bomo? How do you say it? Bomo living upstairs, or do they send things to you because you disturb? I mean, you and your
Okay, we actually found an ustaz, so we decided to ask him, like, is this related to the bomo above us? So he said that bomo normally he kept like, they usually kept ghosts with them. Yeah, so of course their ghosts won't only stay in their house, right? They are like humans too. They want to roam around.
Yeah, they also want to see what's going on.
Yeah, and of course they like to create disturbances sometimes.
But I understand. Yeah,
It's like
totally.
they want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Right now maybe something's looking at us. And one's just looking at us. So like, what are we doing?
Amani, do you want to share?
I think better not.
Keep it that way.
The last time that happened, my bag, I was like, I don't know, go through that again. But yes, continue, you were saying?
Alright, so basically like our neighbours did say that after we left, right, they said that actually the neighbour above us is a bomo, because late at night, they especially the neighbour level 4, level 5 onwards, their windows is just opposite us, so they can see like level 3 got neighbours. The neighbour itself have like some gas at night, and then they did like curiously like talk to the neighbour before also, and he did provide some services related to bomo, the evil world.
Okay, so before we continue, let's go for a quick commercial break, guys. Alright, welcome back everyone to episode 4 of Haelarix Project. So earlier on we have Amani who shared us 2 stories, particular stories from her encounters with the supernatural world. Super exciting, interesting. First time I'm hearing people being shifted in the house. Then healing, spiritual
I'm still
healing.
freaked out about it. I'm like,
Yes,
wow.
First time, and the 2-headed pocong. First time
that
ever.
one I don't even want to hear.
Your favorite.
I hate that one the most.
Okay, so do you have maybe another last story before we go on with Nara?
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, another one.
I want to hear. I'm excited.
Okay, I do have one. It happened during secondary school when I was in secondary 1. Okay, so basically my CCA is Red Cross. I was in Red Cross. And then I think during the June holidays, we have this school camp located at the Red Cross campsite. Okay, so if you guys are like really wondering where the Red Cross campsite is situated at, it's situated at Kembangan. It's just above the hill. I can't really remember what's the place called, but it's nearby the Bidadari
Oh, currently Bidadari.
Kubo. Yes.
Oh, we have someone.
Well, what is a bidadari?
Bidadari Cemetery.
It's a cemetery.
Cemetery,
Okay.
yeah.
Cemeteries have
Yeah.
their story, right?
Yeah.
As usual.
So basically, right, if everyone is like quite familiar with Fidelio Street, right, somewhere above there, there's like a hill, no? Like really a hill just up there, and one abandoned building there. That is the Red Cross campsite. Every person who's in Red Cross, they know that's the campsite in Singapore. And that campsite, it used to be Opera Estate Secondary School or Primary
Okay.
School. I can't really remember. Due to the popular belief, right, they said the Opera Estate used to have like a, you know, kebakaran, like fire happening before, and then everyone died, and then they said that all those students were buried at the, you know, the field just beside the school.
What?
I don't know how true this is, but you know, at that time I'm just a teenager. I just believe whatever people said. Okay, so during that camp itself, right, I remembered we were the only school utilized that campsite. There's
Okay.
no other schools utilize that. And then on the third day of the camp, I still remember we had to do like housekeeping, you know, like you have to clean up your bunk, you have to clean up the canteen. And then I was told to clean up the multi-purpose hall at level 4, the last
Okay.
level. And it's only me and my friend.
Okay.
So when we were cleaning, it was really only 6 p.m, you know, 6 or 5 p.m, if I could remember correctly. What happened was, I was cleaning outside the multi-purpose hall. There's like a pigeonhole, a group of pigeonhole outside. And then I just, you know, just decided to look inside the window, the multi-purpose hall window. Suddenly I saw, right, you know, there's empty school tables and chairs. Suddenly I saw like a group of students inside there looking at the, you know, the whiteboard, and there's a teacher, you know, over there.
Oh.
So I didn't really think much. I thought like, there's like a group of students there. Oh, maybe they just use it for today. You know, I was thinking that way. Not until, right, I think I made like a sound outside. All of them turned to me like this, no? That kind of turn. And then they look really pale. And then I suddenly shivered. I ran down the staircase, and then I fell. Then my you know, my seniors all asked, Amani, are you okay? Amani, are you okay? So I said, can I ask you something? Is there any other, by any chance, is there any other schools using that campsite currently? And then they were like, no, it's only us. It's only our school. Why? I saw a group of students and a teacher, you know. Are you kidding me? No, I think you're just saying things. And then like I had fever for a few days after that. And I still can remember how pale they look like. Yeah, and they really look like they are in old school uniform, like very olden hairstyle, like not say olden like very old, but you know, like in the 80s kind of hairstyle, that kind.
It's as if it's like those got burned in the...
And they still use chalk or something.
Wow.
Something like that. I can really remember. And then I know that before I left that camp, I just curious lah, just go back to the same place to see whether is it really
Still
there's
like that,
people,
yeah.
but no, there's none. So it's
Super
spirits,
creepy.
you know,
It's
spirits.
just maybe trapped there.
Yeah.
There a while.
It's normal.
Yeah.
I mean, it's another dimension. Maybe it's a time loop kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah.
Syed, are you okay? You don't look good though.
I am.
Still okay lah.
Yeah, I'm
Still
okay.
okay,
I'm
still
okay.
okay.
But I'm just really impressed by her story because
Yeah, it's so
Yeah.
creepy.
the
That's
fact
how-
that in life she has been through so much.
Yeah.
You know, and wow. I wouldn't know how to, especially the last story that you said that you actually drop something or you make a sound, made a sound,
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
everyone just turned
and then
like
everyone
that.
just, I would faint immediately.
Yeah.
Don't even say about me running. You know,
Yeah.
because it would, yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
because it's really like, you know, it's not logical, you know, to see such things. For others, maybe they think it's not logical. But for me, after that, of course, I want to tell myself that it's just my luck to see spirits lingering there. Yeah.
But when you knew that you had this gift, that you could see things, how did you accepted it? Were you okay about it, or were you not very, because you didn't wanted it?
During when I was young, of course, I felt always scared. Like I can't sleep alone and things like that. But as I grew up, I just adapted to it. So you know, when people bring me to watch like ghost stories, I won't be scared even. Yeah. Like to me, especially, you know, going through the last incident, the one that I told you I went Perak and things like that, it somehow changed my perception of ghosts. Yeah, somehow changed perception of the spiritual world. Yeah. So I just treat them like they are just beings like us. Yeah.
Wait, so when you said, I mean the earlier story, the first one, the Perak and all that, you said you were possessed, right? Or these things inside you, but you weren't possessed.
Yeah,
like,
I weren't possessed.
It's not like those in the movies where you like.
Yeah, no, it's not like that. I think I consider myself lucky that didn't happen to me. So basically, my friends say that semangat kau kuat, you know, meaning your
strong
energy is quite strong. That you are not, you know, easily, you are not hypersensitive, is it? So, you know, for those people that you always see, like they like, you know, just throw tantrum. They need 7 people.
I cannot imagine those people who actually tak kuat semangat, like you said. You are gifted with such things. Can you imagine how they actually take all of it? I think it wouldn't be easy for them.
Normally, like from what I understand, if you are being possessed, right, 1 or 2 men cannot like pin the person down. You need like at least 7, 8
or more people than that.
Because, you know, talking about the spiritual world, you know, especially Muslims, we believe in jinns, right? So they have their own age. Sometimes it's 1,000 years old. Sometimes they are you know, they have pangkat also, like Raja. You know, they have.
For me personally, let me tell, I think I appreciate that you actually came out and tell us this story. I think I want to take this time to also tell you guys that I was actually one of the victims as well. Yes. So I would share that, not today, of course. I think I will keep that for another episode. Yeah, because I went through a crazy long years of and I would say till today actually. Till today I still do have. Ahmad knows that. I think I've shared with him a lot of it. So that's why I really appreciate that she came out, and thank you for sharing with us.
No worries.
Yeah, I mean, something that you want to be comfortable about sharing with people.
To discuss about.
So I feel like this is where I'm also going to tell you guys that I have my own fair share of stories which I will share, but just not today. Maybe I'll keep it for the next episode or the rest of the other episodes maybe.
Alright.
But amazing.
So talking about the possession and just now, I mean in Islam, I don't know whether it's only in Muslim, the Muslim belief. I don't know whether you've heard of this before, any one of you, that a human being has 9 doors.
Sorry, come again?
A human being has 9 doors. Not literally a door, but basically 9 doors where the evil spirits or the jinn can enter. Some say it's 18, some say it's 9. I did post a question on our Instagram, so some of them really wanted to know. So I found an article. I don't know whether it's credible or not, but this is what the article said. Basically, there's 18 doors. Basically, these doors are like when you have ego, you are egoistic. Then in Malay, then you are greedy, greed. Then of course anger. If you cannot control your anger and you are to the extreme, very angry, it's easier for these things to like come in. Is it true? Is it something? I don't think it's just in the Muslim belief, right?
Honestly, this is my first time hearing about the 9 doors. I've not heard about the 9 doors before. But if there are people out there who have went through that, comment down below with your story. We want to know more about it. But I've personally not heard lah. I mean, this is from where?
I've heard this from a couple of people already. I mean, not only so I went to research. Apparently, it's not really just an Islamic belief. It's a culture kind of thing. People understand. I mean, like psychologically also, like example in Islam, right? Our Prophet said that if you are angry, you sit down. If you're standing and you are angry, you sit down. If you're still angry, you lie down. Just to make sure that you are doing something so that the anger subsides. Just to make sure you are peaceful inside. When you're peaceful inside, the chaos outside will also be peaceful. So whatever it is, you just have to be peaceful inside. basically maintaining anger, because when you are very angry, you will tend to do negative things, and you know where it goes lah. Okay, so now thank you so much Amani for sharing your
Yeah,
stories.
no worries.
And we
thank
have
you.
Nara. Okay, maybe Nara, you can share more about yourself. Okay, who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, come on, Nara, let's share. I want to know now your side of your story.
Okay, so I'm Nara. So I'm actually like I like the term modern witch. So I add in the modern because I feel like I'm taking a very new perspective to something very ancient. So for me, I was born in a Hindu family. So I'm very, very exposed to different gods. And my grandmother was actually a witch doctor. So my family is very much the kind whereby there's a temple in Malaysia whereby they have huge goddesses of like Kali and all that. So, Kalima.
Yes.
So I literally grew up seeing people turning into like, you know, possession and all this scary, scary thing. And then how my uncles would channel the gods into their body. So they are usually like guardian deities. But they are earth and half heaven.
Okay.
So they are like kind of earthbound spirits. So they would channel those energies and they will remove the spirits from people's bodies.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird because at such a young age, I mean, it might sound crazy, but I actually saw a body just rise off during a removal service. So
At what
service.
age was it?
I was barely 7, 8. Yeah. And so technically, I kind of, you know, it's so. My mom's side of the family is quite cute. So they got involved in some Javanese bomo.
Okay.
So there's this very famous story in Singapore whereby the house was so haunted. Like the children were all lifted off the ground and then the beer bottles would fly from one table to another and you couldn't get any help until these uncles and all that came to help. So I think that's how they became very popular with what they do.
Understand.
So naturally growing up with this. But for me, because I started seeing all these things from a very fear-based energy. And what triggered me the worst was that they believe in sacrificing animals. So this is my perspective to these gods. And the process is quite weird. So I was only 4 years old. We had this little goat that they bought, this beautiful white goat. So I was playing with it one whole week, never think much, you know. Suddenly one morning, wake up very early in the van, go to the forest temple. I just step out of the van. That uncle is all posed, just pat the head.
Oh my god.
So I literally, till now, I can hear the head, you know, the roll.
Yeah.
So, and at such an age, I mean, if someone would have explained to me that, no, Nara, this is the fastest way to die, you know, things like that, I would still be like, okay, I get it. But my mom was just like, no, shut up, don't cry, you're so embarrassing. This is God, this is prayer. So I already felt like from a very young age, like, no, this is not God. This didn't feel right to me. And the next thing, you know, you see a big pot and then they're stirring and then you see all the parts inside. So that actually caused quite a lot of food disorder with me because I would not want to eat meat. So every time I eat meat, I'll be like trying to puke from a very young age. So growing up, I already felt a bit of disconnect with the religion idea. So I didn't like what they're doing and all that. So over time, that's when, so for me also, okay, I believe in past lives.
Okay.
So, you know, Hindu, we believe that, you know, in this life, you do very good, next life,
Next
you
generation and
yes,
stuff like that.
So for me, I was so drawn to ancient Egypt. Everything about
I
ancient
love it.
Egypt was just so captivating. And that time, my dad also thinks that whenever we watch cartoon, it's not good. So he would turn on Discovery Channel. So obviously, Discovery Channel had a lot of archaeology videos, a lot of Egyptian. So I got so drawn to Mother Isis. So from a very young age, instead of my Indian altar, I would just go there, okay, put the ash and like, okay, I feel protected. I'll just walk away. I'm like, oh, Mother Isis just sounds so cool. And then over time, that became like a growth. And then I started connecting to earth energy. So the more I connected to Mother Isis, and then I felt this connection with earth. And growing up also, we used to stay in Clementi. Apparently my Chinese neighbor had a lot of fairy beings. So we used to see like, I mean, it's we because I think my family did have access to it. We will see like little color orbs around the house. So there's one time my mom was thinking like, why are things being shifted around? Like the money would shift around the house.
I see.
And then, but the thing is that money doesn't go missing. It's just that money just shifted around the house. And then my mom called my uncle over, right? Like, hey, can you see what's happening? And he's like, nah, it's just little fairies only. So I already had the idea that, oh, fairies. And then when we moved to my Choa Chu Kang house, I think my mom really got involved with some dark arts. So there was really quite a differentiation with that. and I could see what she was practicing just didn't make sense. There was one, she actually invited this man. I swear to God, all I saw was just a black figure. He has no face, he's just a black man, and he can talk, he can do everything. So it was just so weird what my mom was practicing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Of
so
course.
what
I'm sorry.
my mom was practicing just didn't make sense. And I went into very bad depression when my dad passed on. So talking about my mom, and then when that tied in a bit with my dad's sudden death, there was just a lot of, I don't understand. And then that's how, when I hit depression, I went to go see a psychiatrist. Obviously the medication didn't help at all. What happened to me was that I just turned into a zombie. I didn't feel anything. And then just nice, my godmother came into my life. So my godmother is a very famous animal communicator in Hong Kong. So animal communication is basically whereby you use telepathy to just connect to energies. Yeah. So when I met my godmom, she's also an alternative lifestyle consultant. So she kind of figured what was happening with me. I mean, not really figured and all that. She was just like, she met me at work, so I work with animals. So I literally was looking at some rats we take care of. And then I was just telling her that, rats have feelings. Many people think they are dirty, but they are not. And then she instantly clicked with me because she was just there like, yes, my dear, they are not like that, And then we clicked, and then I started doing crystal workshops with her. She started making sense of what was happening with me. Good speaker. Okay. And growing up, many people always tell me that I'm very pitchy. So I'm always told to shut up. They'd be like, oh, you're so pitchy, just shut up, don't talk. Nobody will listen to you. And then suddenly this person is telling me that, no, you're going to talk. And I'm like, huh? Then on top of it, she said, I'm going to write a book. Then she said, oh, why don't you put a book together called My Grandmama's Secret about all your grandmother's spells? You put it in for people to understand, a modern take. But then it didn't make sense. But then throughout the year, when I eventually wanted to do readings for people, I was like, oh, what can I call my brand? And I'm like, oh, My Grandmama's Secret.
Perfect.
And then that just fit in. So what I do for people is basically using oracle cards. So I do divination, whereby I actually use cards to just understand what's happening with them. Based on that, I actually pull different energies, usually earth energy. So I work a lot with Mother Earth. I use crystals and herbs to actually do little mojo bags. So I mean, like what you mentioned just now, so I also actually help people to cleanse energy. So I do baths, I do sprays. Yeah.
Even like bathing in flower, right? I mean flower water.
Yes, so one thing that I was so excited to actually share and create awareness is that right now, many people are overusing this thing called sage and Palo Santo. Okay. Anywhere, every time when you feel a bit unsettled, you're like Palo Santo. Yeah. So what's happening is that because it's so overly used, the demand is so high, these plants are now going into extinction. Oh. So basically, plants also have different like values.
Benefits,
yeah. So because of that, I was just feeling this no, it doesn't make sense. I have a lot of clients constantly asking me oh, Nara, can I sage? When I'm like, maybe girls, when they're on their period, they're like, can I sage and all that? And I'm just there stop wasting sage,
Yeah.
And the whole idea of sage is that the Native Americans, even Palo Santo, they use it only to clear energy in very big rituals. And they harvest their own herbs. So I started changing that. So obviously, growing up, we use sprays, we use holy waters, those cleansing water, especially flower water. So what I like to put together. Okay, this actually smells really good, but I don't think you guys can smell it, but you guys can smell it. Okay. So this is my favorite. So you smell it.
Oh my god.
It's so relaxing, right?
So this is actually Floria water.
Oh my god, it smells really good.
Yeah. So what I usually do is to just spray it around, just to cleanse places, cleanse people, cleanse energy.
Oh my goodness.
So this kind of
I might need it now.
Yeah.
Yes, you can spray on yourself. Yeah.
So calming.
How do you make this?
So Floria water is just you can use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Floria.
you just spray it all the way up.
Just spray.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow, this might be my new perfume. It smells really nice.
So how this is, so you can hear crystals inside.
Yeah.
So basically this is actually flower water, Floria water as well. Flowers, any new moon or full moon, I actually charge it up. Yeah.
That's so cool.
So I like crafting things
so
like that
cool.
that connect people back to earth and also feel, so you can actually add this into your baths. So we call it ritual baths, whereby maybe once a month you can actually just take those baths just to feel cleansed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you do these services for people? Do you treat them? So you have clients who come to you? Okay, so for those of you guys who are looking for cleansing, you guys can definitely engage Nara. Wow, okay.
So before I actually even go into a cleanse, I mean, not everybody would require cleanse. So now because this whole witch thing is such a woohoo, everybody think that someone put a spell on them, they want to put a spell on someone.
Yes.
So now it's just so, it's grown out of hand, I would think.
Yeah.
You know the recent move whereby the TikTok baby witches wanted to curse the moon.
Oh no.
And the funny thing is I'm not even on TikTok. I didn't even know such a thing exists until a friend was asking me, what's your thought about all this? I'm like, what? I don't even know these things are happening. So the whole idea is that now witchcraft and even witches, the new age movement is becoming very very popular.
Yeah.
So people are just trying to meddle and dabble with things that they don't really understand.
Okay, so what about the misconceptions? People, I mean, I do have friends who think, when I say I'm going to invite a witch tonight, is she with a like very pointy nose, you know, this kind of thing, very evil? And I say, no, there's no such thing as those things. They are those who dabble in like the dark arts, right? Like just what we were talking about.
Yeah.
They are not witches. They are just a totally different species. But then witches species in the real life, this is what it is. Because when I engaged Nara, the first time I saw her, I love what she's doing. I mean, it's very positive. It's very environmental friendly.
Yeah.
So it goes back to the earth, about Mother Nature and all that. So that's what I feel. Yeah, I mean, people should know, be aware about what witchcraft. I mean, witches are. Yeah.
So maybe I can break down what witches are even and why is there even a misconcept.
Yes.
So the whole witches burning sensation, when that happened, that was when a rise of Christianity happened. So in order to invite a very masculine approach, there was a lot of politics that's added into religion. So what happened was that they want to make women feel less powerful because many paganism rituals and religion were very into women worshipping. So everything is about goddesses. Like gods didn't have a lot of roles. So when they introduced the idea of Christianity, obviously there was a lot of objection. And so for the whole idea is that to make women feel smaller, so any woman that maybe has a birthmark in the eye, or maybe they looked at her and then they fell sick, they just started burning all these people. And for me, what I'm thinking is that the idea of you to burn these people alive is more evil than even this person having an intention. So because of that, witches are just like a contrast of a healer. So sometimes I get people asking me like, why do you want to call yourself a witch? I'm like, witch is just an empowered woman who uses powers in positive ways or even negative ways. However it works, it's just creating intention.
It's
And
from
it's just
intention.
manifesting. So that's why people go to witches, right? Hey, I like this guy, can you get him to me? Or can you grant me money? You know, it's always asking.
Maybe you can tell us like, you know, where you face a client who asks you to do a dark arts, like how do you respond?
How do you actually approach that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I had the most recent one that I got so pissed off. This was just out of the world crazy for me because I just felt like as a feminist, if I see him, I'll punch him. So the email came in. So I had to remove my number even from my website because I had a lot of people even personally messaging me like really stupid things. So minus that. So I only put my email now. So the subject is barang.
Barang.
Okay.
Yeah, in Malay, barang
And
hantu.
then it goes like, I mean, if he's watching this, I don't care because he irritated me. It goes, dear witch goddess, I need love oil. I want
Love oil.
and I was just there like, okay. Firstly, I have love oils, but they are meant to help you manifest an ideal love.
Yes.
And you are and when you're radiating positive energy, that's what you will attract. And if you like such service, let me know. But if you want such inappropriate service, find someone else to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And firstly, no women are stupid to lust after something that has no brain and
Yeah.
so you know, I think this kind of thing really puts me off a lot. But then most of my clients, so I'm so blessed that I've been doing Grandmama's Secret for almost 5 years.
Oh wow.
I've seen many clients grow. I have many interesting stories that I've heard. Most of them are very positive. So thank God for it. Then the very irritating ones are usually the ones that I want back my ex. You know, they are stuck into a little bubble.
Yep.
And they sometimes would just want a reading so that you can actually make them feel that what you're feeling is good. So many times, many people are doing this very unhealthy thing whereby they go to a lot of YouTube pick a cards and all these things like that.
Yes.
So you know, they keep doing it, they cycle until it becomes like the intent just doesn't, it goes away from the real growth. So it's good. So sometimes happens that people do all this effort, when they realize what I'm doing, they're like, okay, can we just come in and do a reading? And then when you spread the cards, you explain to them, they have an idea of, oh, that's how it works. Yeah. So I feel like for me to feel empowered to be able to continue working with people, I have to continuously empower people.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So I think it ties in with that.
But okay, what about like those kind of like TV series or in media, in entertainment, those witches? Are those kind of spells, rituals, are those real ones or almost real? Or, I mean, yeah, what's your take about that?
So my mom loves a lot of Malay horror films.
Okay.
So I've watched quite a few of the witches that are also being portrayed. I also, Indians also. So the funny thing is that till now in villages, right, in India, if they suspect someone is a witch, they actually stone her to death. And apparently this is kind of like still a practice. Yeah, especially in villages. So probably they would think that, you know, a witch caused COVID even. You know, it might even be that backwards because their mentality is very, very, very narrow. And I don't blame them because they are not exposed to the real thing. And, sorry, where was I going?
Yeah, so from like entertainment,
Sorry.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No worries,
So
no
the
worries.
entertainment part, right, I would say that many times media, so in most media, right, they like to create a contrast. The good witch and the bad witch.
Yeah.
The witch and the healer. Like even when you watch The Craft, you can tell what happens, right? The one is the best, has very good intention, and the others are all evil, right?
Yeah.
And they like to associate witches with the devil.
Yeah.
The whole devil worshipping thing. But in a way to look at it, so if you are very into pagan practice, it's just that everything is a balance of energy. So the idea of a devil is so that we instill fear, so that you will go towards the light. So I feel like because of that, there's always the balance. I mean, think about it now. If we do not believe in this kind of evil things being around, why would we want to be good?
Yeah.
So it's always a contrast.
Yeah.
So it's very easy to just contrast that witches are bad and God is good. Because the balance is. So because they tie it together. So the whole idea of why witches are also associated with devil worshipping is also paganism is very much feminine and masculine combination. So sometimes they have quite a few rituals that involve like intercourse and things like that. So because they make it such a big deal, it's equals to devil.
Yeah.
Any women that looks a certain way equals to devil worshipping. Yeah, so obviously the witches burning was associated with that. Because God was God, devil was devil. So if a person is worshipping something that they don't understand, that doesn't come in a little script, that is equals to devil.
It's all a social construct now, basically. Yeah.
So I think that's the contrast.
Okay, Nara, let's put on just a short hold on that. Let's go on a quick commercial break, guys. Alright, welcome back everyone to another episode, episode 4 of Karak Project. So earlier on we have Nara to share more on witchcraft and witches and the misconceptions and how it is relevant today. So for this segment now, Nara will be demonstrating something for you guys, for us here on set. So it's more about the tools and of course some of the spells that you do, or tarot card reading. Okay, maybe you can share more about it.
Yeah. So for today, I actually brought some cards.
I'm so excited about
Yes.
this.
So we're just gonna. So I mean, I felt kind of a bit of a connection
Yeah.
to the different doors. Okay, I've never heard of the door things as well, the 9 doors, the 18 doors. But what I am very aware of is the different chakras.
Ah, I see.
Okay.
So I brought. So let me just maybe start off
Maybe
with
you
chakras.
want to share with
Yes.
some of them who do not know what chakras are. What is it?
So chakras, let me just. So if you see this, you can actually see 7 different colors.
Ooh.
So starting off, chakras are just main points of your physical body. So starting off with your root chakra, that is where your feet energy is, your feet. And then your sacral chakra, so for women is our womb space. So likewise, then our solar plexus chakra is where our stomach area is. So this is where we call our gut, right? Anything to do with energy, anything to do with how we take care of ourselves, the physical body is all sitting in your stomach area. And then green is where your heart chakra is. So everything to do with how you feel is in this area. And then blue color is where your throat energy is. So this is how we express ourselves. And then purple color is where our crown chakra is. And then the last chakra that's above is the connection from above, and then we connect. So I feel like this kind of makes sense to what they mean. And when I was doing some energy work with my godmom did mention that there's actually more chakras around us. So under your arm, at the back of your neck. But those are not like every time used, because 7 is just the easiest to do energy healing. So usually, because we know where these chakras are, it's very easy to use energy healing methods such as Reiki. So I feel like I have a friend who does Silat. And he was actually sharing with me how Silat is just energy, which is very similar to Tai Chi. So I feel like I guess that it kind of connects to this energy point. So when we actually can find out where in this energy point you have a leak or a lack, or you're empowering it too much, you see the healing can go back to that area. So that's how he figured that the heart has an issue. Okay, so we are going to address, it's very easy to do a scan. So another thing in Reiki, so I do Reiki healing. A very interesting about Reiki is that you can do Reiki surgery.
Oh, wow.
Whereby you can use Reiki to find where is a problem, and then you can mentally help the person heal. So this is where the whole inspiration of voodoo doll even happened. So people think that voodoo doll is to poke someone and then the person that side will bleed. But that's not even the concept of how voodoo doll even started. Voodoo doll actually started is someone is sick, because at olden time they have no way to cut open this person and heal. They actually make a little doll, and then they fill it with healing herbs.
I see.
Okay.
Wow, something new.
Something new.
So anything to do with magic, it just has to come back down to how you intend to do it.
How you intend to do. Your intentions are very important.
Your intentions are very
In Malay, they
important.
always say niat too important.
Niat,
it's
your intention.
your intention is very important.
So that is how these cards work. So the cute thing about this is one of the decks that I use, whereby there's a lot of colors to it. So what I do is that I usually would draw the cards, and then whichever come out would tell you what is happening with the person and what's the colors they need to focus on. So this is kind of a cool deck that has quite a lot of Hinduism influence to it. So we will maybe try on you.
Yeah,
Are
let's
you
try
gonna
on
try?
I'm very excited.
After this, you're gonna try. I want to try later on. Wow, guys, it's super
So we
exciting.
talked about the balance, right? The yin and yang. That's why there's 2 colors to the card.
Oh, okay.
It's like your yin and yang. What is blocking and what is. So I knock cards so that you just release the energy with sound. So very simple. Just hold on to it for a bit.
Okay, just hold on to it.
Let it absorb some energy. So we're going to do 2. So this is a soul and life purpose card. So this works similarly, but this is very Angmo version. So it just looks a bit more fancier. But this is a deck that I use so much, because I feel like before I even want to understand what is, before I can even give a solution, I need to understand. And this card is the first thing that usually tells me what is the thing that's happening with the person.
That's nice. Wow.
So usually in a client session, I will dive in deeper with their date of birth. So because if you find out their numerology, you can actually understand what kind of journey they are. So it's kind of like a bit of an concept, but you can actually use that to just understand what's happening with people. I think that is another long story if we need to go through. So you can pass that to me, and then you can hold on to this.
Alright.
So I'm just going to use number 6. 6 is 6 represents the heart chakra. So we'll just draw the 6th card. Ooh, so this is pretty nice because what is coming for you is that you can see the colors is all your black cards and then you have in between the white ones.
Okay.
Wow.
So what's happening here is that usually the first card is the blockage energy. So what is happening for you is that you're coming from, so if I'm looking at it, you're looking very much into a very not to say stagnation, but kind of a very boxed up perspective of what is it that's going to come. And that is almost like, so this is a bit like a blockage. So this is like the more masculine energy that you're sitting in. So what you're asked to do is kind of allow to go with the flow for the future.
Oh, interesting.
So sometimes I like to look at where the lotus is actually pointing. It gives you a bit of a perspective. Yeah. So this is just 2 cards first, and then we are going to go into your life and soul purpose.
Alright.
Wow.
And when I'm picking energy from you, I'm also sensing a lot of heat in your hands.
Yeah,
so
actually I'm feeling hot
yes.
now.
Another thing you can actually work on is that whenever you feel you want to amplify energy, one way to amplify energy is just rub it. And then when you feel the heat, you can actually expand it, and that's how you actually sense energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Is
this
it
actually
like
helps you to amplify intention.
some
So
vibration feeling, is it?
if you're in a space and something is bothering you, this is one way to already like, and then from here you can pull yourself into an energetic shield.
Wow.
And then when you put yourself to energetic shield, I mean, if you are going to say a protective prayer in the Quran or however it works, and then you actually are in that shield.
I see.
Yeah. So this is one way that I always tell my, you see, you actually feel it. Yeah. So if you want to cleanse yourself, same thing. You can.
This goes the same way for water also, right? Water energy.
So if you want to empower your water, you can just rub
Yes,
it and
yes.
do it. Yeah. So pretty cool
Yeah.
little techniques that I think it works for religion all across.
Yeah.
And for me also personally, I love the whole Sufi culture. So I don't really know the whole extent of it, but the sound of it was really very captivating.
The twirling of the dancers and all that. Yeah.
So I actually practice it a bit. Like I found an online class that a lady teach, and I was actually practicing it. I feel like the twirling actually just gets you into a different realm. Yeah. So that was very okay. Cards. Ooh. So you kind of talked about this just now when you were sharing your story. The very first card that came out was forgive and forget.
Oh,
Wow.
And then the
Really
number that
resonate
came
to
in
me.
was 13. 13, 1 plus 3 is a 4. 4 is all about seeking balance. So so we talked about chakra, right? So when you look at this, can you tell which color she needs to work on?
Yellow.
Now you're my assistant.
Yellow?
Yellow. Is
Yes,
it?
and
Is it the
and
solar?
if you look at this little crocodile-y looking thing,
think so.
it's
Okay,
green.
maybe you can ask Ahmad.
Wait,
Okay, Ahmad, what color do you think it is? Yellow,
Yellow.
and
Orange, is it?
Orange.
why you got see orange?
This one, is it the middle picture?
Okay, orange
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah.
So okay, yellow means your
The
solar
right?
plexus
Solar
chakra.
plexus, yeah.
Alright.
So with your spiritual healing practice that you already have, now what you also need to do is go back to your physical body.
Okay.
So make sure you're taking care of the physical body. So your hydration, a balanced diet, a workout routine, a hobby that's apart from your job, and then add this into your everyday. And on top of it, you layer it with your spiritual healing practices. And then when we talk about orange, that's where your womb space is.
I see.
Oh.
So
Okay.
womb space is coming back down to your feminine energy. So feminine energy is you're protected.
I see.
So
Wow.
Hamsa hand is actually
Hamsa.
the hand of Fatima.
Hand of Fatima.
And it means that,
For the evil eye, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So if this come out means, right, your blockage is that restore your energetic flow with sacral sound. So probably if you
Oh,
take time out,
I
if you
like
listen,
singing bowl.
yes,
Yeah.
the singing bowl, or you can also listen to the prayer.
I
So
see.
you can actually infuse that with your healing practice, and no matter what, you're protected. And what this card also tells you is that, so the whole idea of the Hamsa hand is that this is the hand of divine.
Yeah.
So because the hand of divine is presented to you, you don't need to worry. Means it's endurance.
Understand.
And then with forgive and forget is such a beautiful energy because
Yeah.
it's just telling you that whatever has happened for a very high good. And it has taught you to protect yourself because you are in a constant energetic flow with everything that's happening around you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
really interesting. I mean, like, the
Accurate.
cards that you pick up really resonates to me a lot. Yeah. And talking about singing bowl, you know, like normally if I can't sleep at night, right, I would, you know, open YouTube and then, you know, there's a few
Relaxing.
spiritual healer will, you know,
The-
play
the
the singing
singing,
bowl,
yes.
and I would really fall asleep
Cleanse.
within minutes lah.
Very
Yeah.
relaxed and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
So you know why the singing bowl does that to you? Because it taps your brain into a solid frequency.
Oh, okay.
So instead of you cannot rest, your brain waves are doing this. It sinks your brain wave into
I need
a
that.
sync.
Tonight I'm gonna try that.
Yeah.
I look at Ahmad show point.
It's
Because
relaxed.
even at night also my brains are like always like they're always working. So I'm just like, now that I know about this, tonight I'm gonna try it out.
So it's just the frequency that tap.
Ah,
So if you
okay.
go into like frequency meditation and stuff, and if I'm not wrong, even the prayer call has a frequency.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
it's
yes.
actually an activation of the brain.
Yeah.
So it's
Okay,
very
so
very cool.
Talking about frequency, I mean, some people say that when you hear a certain frequency, like
Yeah.
I don't know. Some people would say that you are actually a traveler. You travel through realms and dimensions. Is that true?
So okay, the frequency thing, right? Some
Yeah.
people believe is that in a
Parallel universe.
parallel universe, someone cross paths with you.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of concept to it. For me, what I like to think of it is that it's just a sudden intuitive message. For me, it's ringing of my ear. So I get the ringing and I'm just like, okay, what is happening around? But the frequency thing, when you suddenly feel that, you know, that very weird sensation
Yeah.
around your ear, it's just a way of divine just telling you hello, or the energy around just saying hello. Another thing can also mean you're tired.
Oh.
Yeah. So when you keep having this frequency thing, it means that your energy is very low.
Very low.
Understand.
So when you build the energy back, the messages won't come. It won't become unclear. It becomes clearer.
I see.
Wow.
So if you
That's all.
frequently experience it, means you need to flow with your body.
Body. Okay, Nara, do you have
Yes.
any other tools that you would like to
Yes,
share
yes.
with us?
So we good with the card. Later you
Yeah.
can take photos, alright?
Yes,
I'm
sure,
just going to
sure.
put this
Exciting.
aside.
So excited, man.
Yeah.
This is
Today,
amazing.
I also brought my. So this wand.
Okay.
So
This is a
like
magic
a
wand.
crystal
Wow.
wand. Yeah, it's
Crystal
pretty
wand.
cool.
Really nice.
It's a real one.
Yeah. So just to describe wand, right? Wand is just a extension to just extend energy,
To channel the energy.
channel energy.
Something
So
like
that's
your
why
the cone
it's-
head, is it? Yeah.
Yeah. So the reason why wands have this is just that you see, like when you watch Harry Potter, what is the wand for? It's just an extension of an intention.
Yes.
Likewise, when we have wands like that, it's just to help us channel energy or extend it or even draw it down or even cast it away.
I see.
So for example, maybe we are in this space and I feel like something's weird. Then I can cast the wand away. So it's just going to draw energy away. So sometimes if you, even at home, if you feel like maybe energy is weird, all you need is just a pencil.
I see.
Yeah. So you can actually point the pencil away from where you're feeling, and that itself would move energy.
Okay, so now, okay, talking about that. So sorry, I got a lot of
Yes,
questions.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
Go
talking
ahead,
about
Ahmad.
that. Okay, then now, what's your take on moving objects? What is it called? Using your mind.
Oh, the kinetic.
Kinetic. No.
What?
No. I know the one whereby they use their mind and they try
Yeah.
to like
Okay,
lift things off.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
kind of things. Is that true? Is that
Actually,
possible?
for me, right, personally, when I was much younger,
Yeah.
when I felt like I didn't have a lot of control of power, that maybe my extent. So I was a very young, small, little, fragile-looking kid. But it was very funny that whenever I channel anger, so you know the thing that you use to scrub off your leg, you know the dry skin. I don't know what you call. You know how strong is that weird-looking rock, right? There was instances whereby I just broke it into half,
Oh,
and then needles also.
I see.
I have a tendency to have needles to just break into half. So I don't lift things off, but I feel like the mind has a lot of energy. Like if you channel it in a way, I think
Yeah.
you can actually do. So I think that ties
A
into
lot of
what I
practice,
help
yeah.
with people with. So that's why I actually craft. So I was telling you about what little things I craft. So hello, you stay okay, you don't drop. So this is actually like a little mojo bag that I actually do for my client. This is my
Wow.
personal mojo bag.
Okay.
So inside here is actually a little fox that is a rose quartz fox
Okay.
with many different other crystals.
Okay.
So this
They look
is
so cute.
Wow.
yeah. So what I do is that it's also usually scented with different oils,
Oh, okay.
like intentional setting oils, and then you can actually just carry this in your pocket. So what you do is that you fill this with an intention. Like for example, like okay, I wanna draw in nice people into my life. So obviously your intent have to be good lah. You don't be like, I want this guy to leave his wife and come after me. Then that
correct,
is a bit cruel, right? So when you create that intention, yes, it doesn't happen tomorrow, but it creates the situation, the circumstances to become into what is it that you want. It might not happen exactly how you want it, but it happens for the best.
I see.
So these are little mojo bags that I usually put
inside
together.
this thing,
I can pass it to you.
there's crystals and
Can I see your wand?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, it's really
wow.
cute.
So this is actually a moonstone wand, and it's from my godmom. So my godmom passed on from colon cancer. So she passed down a lot of her stuff to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice. It's
And
really
it's,
nice.
I love the heavy energy
Yeah,
it has.
it's
It's been
quite heavy.
around for a while. So that's what crystals are basically for also. So crystals are basically earth energy because they are created in earth. So when we actually use crystals, it's just a way of extending that energy into us. So I think that's the whole idea of why now crystals are very popular. Yeah, it's just an extension of energy.
I see.
Understand.
Okay, do you have anything else? I mean, other items that you want to share?
Actually, no.
One last one.
What's the last one? Actually, yes.
Ta-da!
So this is actually chakra oil. Okay, actually you can use that.
Okay.
I think this smells really good. This is to empower solar plexus chakra.
Nice.
So just maybe one drop.
Okay.
So rub it, like do the energy thing, and then you put it on your face a bit.
Okay.
Wow.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
Yeah.
You
Smells so good.
take a drop. Yeah.
I want to try it.
So another thing that I like to do is also put oils and even crystals into bottles like that.
I see.
It's so that people can also use it. And another way to craft
so
things
good.
is that
Yeah.
you can do mojo bag. You can also do witch's
Smells so
bottle.
herbal.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's just the same thing, but this will probably be filled with crystals that you can carry around.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it
these are
smells
pretty
really
Right.
nice. Right?
Yeah, so it
nice.
just refreshes you. Yeah.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah. I can't even say anything. It smells so
Under
good.
the moon.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you're using this before you go to sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do
That's
that?
the intention of
Oh,
it.
before you go to sleep and then you put it on, you'll probably have the best sleep of your day, of your
Yeah.
life, man.
Yeah.
Because it smells so good.
So some people
Super
like the
relaxing.
oils that I put together, they put it in an incense burner next to them just
okay.
to relax.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you do sell these things, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Like I put it together for people.
Okay, so if you guys want to get them, go ahead to Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Nara. Last question. Okay.
Yes.
What's your take or what's your idea about astral projection, flying, and I mean some people do witches fly?
Yeah.
Okay, and this thing called traveling through dimensions and all that, or lucid dreaming, this kind of things. Yeah.
So for me, I personally lucid dream a lot, and I feel like sometimes I do that traveling whereby I have came out of my body, kind of lingering at the ceiling, and then wondering. And how I did that was that I can remember how to do it because it's just feeling very light.
Right.
You feel so light, then you take off.
Same.
You know that
Yeah.
that thing. So the whole idea of witches flying is not that they literally put the brooms under their leg and then they take off.
Yeah.
The whole idea of brooms is that brooms are used to cleanse space. So witches always associate the broom with cleansing and protecting. So that's why they actually put it above their living space, or put it behind the door, or they put it outside the house. So even in some wedding practice whereby you cross over the broom, it actually means like a new start of a journey of this cleansing and energy. So the whole flying thing came with it only because witches are known to put together hallucinant things that you can drink to go into that dreamy state, and then you feel like you're going somewhere.
I see.
So that's the flying ability.
I see.
So if you want to experience things like that, sometimes all you need to do is just boil a lot of lavender with chamomile. Add some honey in it. So it's so, like your body is so calm, and when you sleep, you actually sleep so well, and you actually have more positive dreams.
I see.
So sometimes dream work are also associated back to how you're feeling. So you always have nightmares, and then you start thinking that, oh my god, is that a ghost hunting me? Sometimes it can just be a way of you just feeling very overwhelmed. So when you learn how to relax, the whatever spirits takes a nicer form when they come to you as well.
Wow.
So I think sometimes you can also mentally shift a form of what is coming to you in a way whereby if you look like that, I'm not going to talk to you. If you look like this, I'm going to talk to you. So I feel like it's a lot of empowerment that you actually work. I think you do that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You actually tell them that, hey, I don't like how you're looking.
Yeah.
Talk to me properly and I'll respect you.
Yes.
The more you respect the energies around you, the
Yeah.
more you can connect and you can work with them.
Correct.
Alright, thank you so much, Nara, for
problem.
sharing, for
I learned a lot of things.
sharing with us about what witches are and all that. I love how it's very environmental friendly. Using nature and all that. Okay, so now I know we are a bit extended. Okay, just the last segment, guys. So for last episode, we did ask you guys which place do we want to explore, Labrador Park or Cambridge Park. Okay, and of course, definitely, I think some of you guys who voted, you will know which one, Labrador Park won. So let's just take a look at the video clip. Hi guys, so now I'm at Labrador Park. Okay, it's 11 p.m. at night, so yep, we're gonna go in right now. Okay guys, so we've just gotten up. It was so creepy. I felt a lot of things. I sensed a lot of things. I heard a lot of things. Smell a lot of things. And it's so crowded with all those things. Okay, yeah, it's a very interesting experience, and we almost got disturbed, interfered. Okay, and there were a lot of things which wanted to communicate with me, because I think they know that I can sense and see them. So yes guys, that's Labrador Park for you, and popular stories inside. But you know, Labrador Park is also popular with a lot of things like the penanggal, the bodiless ghosts. You might see the three headless sisters, Gundorowo, or even like the Polong or Chitpon. So that's about it guys. Alright, welcome back everyone to episode 4 of Haelarix Project. So earlier on again, we have Nara. Thank you so much for sharing with us about something about witchcraft and witches. Okay, it was amazing, very enlightening. And of course, Amani, thank you so much for your sharing. Now,
No worries.
we've come to the end of Haelarix Project, where we are discussing about Labrador Park, okay, which we actually explored, okay, initially. So Labrador Park is very popular with regards to, you know, horror stories, encounters, sightings, because I feel that place is just, last time there was World War II, right? Japanese and all that. So in that video itself, we explored one of the bunkers, okay, and me being myself, my indigo self and all that, my senses, I always come with peace. So when when I go to places and all that, explore places, I'll come with peace, with the mindset that I want to understand you. instead, and I'm not here to attack you or I have any negative thoughts or
Any
anything
bad
like that.
intentions?
Any bad intentions. So when I came, honestly, to share with you guys, viewers, I felt really peaceful inside. In my chest, I was asking myself, why was I so peaceful, so relaxed? You know, sometimes even in your own home when you feel scared, like, oh my god.
Yeah.
But this place, I know that people talk about it a lot. So some of the stories that I've heard before going to Labrador Park to cover is that there's the penanggal, the bodiless ghost. The male one, the female one. Then there's this very popular ghost which is the Headless Sisters. It's a very popular Singaporean story. It's in Sentosa. I think last time during the Japanese occupation, there's these 3 sisters wearing kebaya. Okay, so they are, I don't know they are friends or who they are, but a recent story. Okay, one friend told me, basically not recent lah. In Sentosa, there's this fisherman. Basically went to fish in Sentosa, something like that. Then he saw these 3 ladies, very beautiful, okay, walking in kebaya. Then when he was like, like peewit, like trying to call them, hey, come, like, oh, pretty ladies, something like that. Suddenly, the 3 of them pulled out their heads together at one spot. Like suddenly everyone like and
synchronized,
yeah, synchronous movement.
Okay.
So they said this spirit is still around in Sentosa area, in Labrador Park area. Thank God I didn't meet this species of ghost. Okay, so other than that, they say that, of course, the popular ghost, Syed's favorite, is there, Pocong. Then we have, of course, the Cekpon and all that. So very distinctive experience that when I was there was, it felt really warm. This is sometimes in certain spaces when you feel it's warm, it's crowded with these things. I respect them. So when I went again, I'm here. I told them that I'm here just to visit, just to understand you guys and all that. So there's one time when we were standing down. Standing down means basically we switch off all the lights, no torches. We just relax for 10 minutes, silence, just to feel the energy environment. And truth be told, this is the first ever experience. There's one point of time I actually heard and I saw a Japanese general walking towards me on the corridor. Very tall, Japanese uniform, carrying a rifle on its right hand. It's not scary, it's just a spirit. Then he came to me and he was like, what are you doing in Japanese? I don't even understand anything what he said, but I know it's Japanese. So I was like, okay, konnichiwa, arigatou gozaimasu. That's the only thing I know. Then I said, please, I don't understand Japanese, I'm so sorry, but can you please maybe express to me what are you trying to say? Then I have a friend along with me who followed me, and he has third eye, he can see things. So just at the right moment, he was saying, Ahmad, he's communicating with you, Ahmad, he's communicating with you, Ahmad, please respond. So I was just like that. Then at the same time, at the end, there's this Pocong. Apparently, according to my friend who has the third eye, he said the Pocong is the chief of the whole space. It's like the leader, the spokesperson. So why are you guys doing here? So this thing was trying to make noise. Suddenly the noise of the branch, like that. Then suddenly in my senses, how I see these things, it was like jumping. I was just swaying, right? So from one corner, suddenly it came towards us. My friend beside me suddenly took out his hand, like the hand of Fatima, and we are just here to just understand you guys. We are not here to attack you guys. Please understand this. Because it was literally like that. Then suddenly, it was suddenly like that, perpendicular, and wanted to attack us from point. Then I literally saw this thing, and it was kind of like glow in the dark. Was a bit of dark electric blue kind of glow in the dark kind of thing. So luckily my friend told it to just stay down. Okay, then I was like, okay, go guys, we have to move on. We have to move out from this place. Respect them. This is their place. It's like we're just coming and suddenly, who are they? So that's my experience going to Labrador Park. I didn't want to really explore the whole other areas because the common areas. Some of you guys out there have explored your own experiences. So I only went to a specific place to just give a little test or just feel the environment. I don't know about you guys. What you guys have any experiences at Labrador Park?
Okay, for me personally, I do not have any experience with Labrador Park, but I heard a lot of things from Labrador Park. But it's what when you went there, you didn't Or did you?
Did I what?
Did you see anything?
Oh wait, I saw. Okay, after that when we went out at the car park area, the penanggal was there, the headless one, but it's a guy. So they say there's the male and female. Then it was at the back. So I wanted to verify whether it's really at the back, right? So my friend was on my left, the one with the third eye. So I told him like, bro, at the back. Yeah, I know, it's the male one. Then he was trying to tell in Malay lah. Tak apa-apa, jangan kacau kita. Like, there's nothing here. Don't disturb us. Don't kepo-kepo, there's nothing here. Nothing for you here lah, basically. Just go away. But it kept hovering at the tree there. Just like hovering. Yeah, just a hit. Yeah, so that was it. I didn't really see like, by my naked eye lah, of course. Some people can, the third eye, my friend with third eye can see. So luckily, so that's about it. It was creepy, definitely. But I really felt calm because I think again my intentions were like just to come by, just to understand them. Yeah, that's all. Yeah.
Do you find anything strange there? Like maybe, like probably like some witches leftovers or anything?
Not witches, but I do hear of stories of people giving offerings, sacrifice. Yeah, sacrifice. They go there to sacrifice. To offer these things, the jinn, right? Things, offerings. In return,
Do anyone clear it?
I didn't see anything, but I heard of stories lah. Like it's very disgusting. Yeah, that's about it. And again, other than the horror stories, right? What I can feel or see is memories of the place. It's as if the place was back in the days. I went there at night, but I felt as if it was in the day. Then with like soldiers coming out from rooms and all those kind of things. And of course the hantus, the ghosts were there also lah. The checkpoints were just lurking and it's just like a zoo, like night safari. They're just there. They don't disturb. They're just like, okay, what are you guys doing here? Okay, just walk through, kind of thing. Yeah, so that's my experience lah. Yeah. So you guys, if you have any suggestions, comment down below. Which place or estate would you guys like?
Maybe after this we should do somewhere around the east.
Yeah, somewhere around the
east side.
Yeah.
So we'll put up a poll, of course.
Yes, definitely. And of course, guys, I think we've come to the end of the episode. All right, and thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for staying through. Tonight is a little bit longer, but I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I really love it.
I enjoyed both of your stories. Yes.
Eye-opening. Okay, so thank you so much to the main partners. Of course, Gusto Showroom, and of course, Mighty Fine Bros, definitely. And of course, to our sponsors, Pezzo, okay, Cupinc SG, the Haelarix Studio, okay, and of course we have Royal Fragrances, we have Lulu Beaute SG. Look at that, very cute, guys. This is the box for the for children.
Wow.
This is the new children box from Pezzo.
So yeah.
And also, guys, they have recently just launched their new
tomorrow,
yes. They're going to be launching their
Durian
durian pizza.
Wow.
Durian pizza. And we have already tried it. It was so good.
Guys, super good.
It was really, really so good. Look at that. Okay, so basically what comes in here, the kids meal, they have there's a toy here for the kids. And they have also a slice of pizza of your own choice. I think you can choose. And also Milo.
Wow.
So this is their new kids meal, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with me here I have, look at that. This is the Mao Shan Wang pizza.
Okay.
It smells so good.
You can see, don't have one slice.
Yeah, one
because
slice
I
I taste it already.
It's super good. It's super
It's so flavorful. It's
super
full
good.
of durian.
Really, it's amazing.
It's full of durian. Yeah. And of course, it's durian season, right, guys?
Yep.
So this is a really nice time to have durian pizza. Before this, we've heard of like other types of like pizzas, right? There's a boba pizza and all that. But Pezzo, thank you so much for doing this. Okay, and of course, we have our usual mix and match pizza box. Okay, maybe you can just, Hey, you eat already. Okay, Amani, let me open it.
You can't resist Pezzo.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a mix and match pizza.
Yeah.
We ate it.
Yeah, it's super good. The truffle one, it's very nice.
Yeah, I love the truffle one.
Yeah.
It's really delicious.
Okay, so thank you so much for Pezzo, Cupinc, all the sponsors here. Muku Teru SG. Thank you so much for supporting us, Royal Fragrances. And of course, Zarina Begum, thank you for sponsoring us our coffee and tea.
The best coffee
and tea. And Syed, please.
Alright, of course guys, thank you for watching us at Karat Project, and also thank you, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel Karat Project, and thank you to Mighty Fine Bros and Gusto Showroom, and also to all the rest of the other sponsors, and most importantly, thank you to the both of you guys for being here. And we really love your stories, and we appreciate it that you guys, I'm sure we all have learned something at the end of the day from the both of them. So yeah.
Yeah, and for that, we would like to give to you guys a little token of appreciation from us.
Aww.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Alright guys.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so also if you guys would like to get our merchandise, please do DM us or just email us.
Oh yes, our merchandise are open.
Yes.
Okay, so if you guys want to buy, you guys can buy, okay?
Yes, order from us, okay, and without further ado, that's about it. Follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and have a good night. Thank you so much. Goodbye.